Hey YouTube, it's your boy again. So yesterday, Watchmojo released a new video, and as you can tell from the like to dislike ratio, it was pretty well received. Now, all joking aside, the video was actually quite bad, and if anyone's qualified to talk about bad videos, then it's me, because, have you seen my videos? But yeah, the Watchmojo formula, if you're unfamiliar with their videos, it basically goes like this. So step 1, you need to make a controversial video. Step 2, people will complain about that video. Step 3, the video will get more views. And step 4, profit. So you could say by making a response to this video, I fall into their trap and I'm contributing to them. But honestly, the video is so awful that there's no way I can't talk about it. And, in Watchmojo's videos, there's generally not a lot of research involved, which is how we get stuff like this.
Number 8. Transformers Energon. With the character models fully computer generated, this is one to check out for the stunning visuals alone.
Jesus Christ, man, that's some great visuals there. Madhouse quality. No, just what are you doing, Watchmojo? Anyway, so let's break down today's video. So first up, the title. Top 5 reasons Naruto is better than Bleach. So already in the title we can tell this entire video is going to be 100% biased towards the side of Naruto. If they just titled it comparing Bleach and Naruto and ended up coming to the conclusion that Naruto is better, I wouldn't even care. Or, if after this make a sequel video, 5 reasons Bleach is better than Naruto, so then they've got both and it's already all evened out. Like, I wouldn't even mind. But no, it wasn't. So, and the fact that the video was released on the anniversary of Bleach's anime starting, it's just definitely intended to be controversial. And now let's actually get into the 5 reasons why Naruto is supposedly better. Now, most of them are just blanket statements with no real explanations, but I'll expand on it as I go through. So the first reason is characters. So the basic point Watchmojo make here is that Bleach and Naruto both have a massive cast, which is obvious, but Naruto's is apparently better. Apparently Bleach has too many characters that don't contribute to the plot. But, if you're going to make a point like that, you've got to at least give some examples of characters, which they don't. So it's just a blanket statement with no real meaning. I could say the same about Naruto having too many characters that are irrelevant. For example, what exactly does Tenten contribute to the plot? Not a lot, really. But Watchmojo are just going to ignore the Naruto characters that are irrelevant to push the biased arguments. Also, apparently, too many male characters in Bleach look the same. I'm not really sure what they're talking about, but to illustrate their point, they show a clip of Araniero. Now, I'm not really sure how that proves anything, because if they're trying to say that Araniero looks like too much Ken Shiba, if they're trying to say that Araniero looks too much like Ken Shiba, that's kind of the point, because he literally shapeshifted into him. Normally this guy is a jar with 2 heads in it, which doesn't look like anyone else in the series. And, if they're trying to say that Kaien looks similar to Ichigo or something, well, of course he does, they're related. So, this isn't a very good point at all. And, I don't understand how this is even an argument, because, even if characters look the same, does it even matter? Does that make Naruto better than One Piece because some of the female characters in that show look the same? Of course it doesn't. Apparently Naruto manages its cast much better than Bleach, but honestly I don't know how Watchmojo came to that conclusion from the points they mentioned. Now we move on to the second point, which is the story. So apparently Bleach's story is not as tidy or integrated as Naruto's. What does that even, how do you have an integrated story? What does that even mean? Alright. And you call the Otsutsuki plot tidy? What, Watchmojo, what have you done? They go on to say that Ichigo has no larger goal than protecting his friends. And that's an argument that I hear a lot, and I don't really understand it, to be honest with you. It makes perfect sense in the setting of Naruto, for the main character to want to be the Hokage, the strongest ninja in the village, because he lives in a ninja world. but it doesn't really make sense for Ichigo to want to become Captain Commander or whatever, because he just comes from the normal world and ends up getting tangled in with all the supernatural stuff. So it's not an argument that really makes any sense. Not to mention that it's false in the first place, because Ichigo does have a goal. I mean, like they said, he wanted to have the power to protect like his friends and stuff, but it goes even further than that, because he wants to manage that with living a normal life at the same time. And let's not forget that in the final arc, Ichigo is literally protecting the concept of death itself by maintaining the status quo of the world. Yet apparently the series has no deep themes, according to Watchmojo, so, you know, we just, oh, God's sake. Now, they do mention, you know, credit to them, they do mention that the anime story isn't complete because the final arc is manga only. But I mean, surely they could do some research about that still. Otherwise, you're just comparing a finished product to an unfinished one, which is just nonsense. Now on to point 3, the villains. So, I mean, I'm gonna say right from the start here, before I get into anything that Watchmojo said, Naruto and Bleach both have some amazing shonen villains. This is Watchmojo's point here. So they said that Naruto's villains are fleshed out with backstories and the like. So, you know, that's not wrong. Obviously, Naruto has a lot of amazing fleshed out villains like Nagato/Pain and Itachi, and you know what I'm talking about, all you Naruto fans out there. But apparently, having consistent central antagonists excuses the mess that is Kaguya. I don't get this at all. Like, Kaguya is one of the most awful plots. Just, oh, Watchmojo, please, just. Oh, I'm getting triggered, and I said before I recorded this I wouldn't get triggered. Yeah, I don't understand. Are they trying to say that Bleach doesn't have consistent central antagonists? I mean, does anyone else remember Aizen? You know, the main villain of the 236 chapter long Arrancar arc, who also orchestrated the entirety of the previous 2 arcs as well. How is that not consistency? I mean, they say that Bleach villains aren't always well developed. I'm not going to argue that's false. It's not false. There are some villains that are not that developed. But I mean, like, they use Dordoni as an example. I mean, I'm not really sure what Watchmojo are expecting there. I mean, he is one of the most irrelevant villains in the entire show. And even still, he managed to have a backstory and motivations of his own. Obviously, not as developed as, like, the Espada and such, but there are aspects of death that reflect their personalities. But I mean, you know, I just don't understand what they're expecting if they pick such a random character. It'd be like me complaining that this guy didn't have any development. It just doesn't make any sense. They also said that the apparent main antagonist was abandoned for less impressive ones, specifically in the manga. So by that, I'm guessing they're talking about Yuha, but they don't really say any reasons why they think he's less impressive. So, you know, another blanket statement. And in my opinion, Yuha was one of Bleach's best villains, at least until he went all crazy eye monster mode near the end, but before that he was pretty good. And I mean, also the hypocrisy of the statement is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, remind me, Watchmojo, what happened to Madara Uchiha? You know, seemingly the main villain of Naruto, and a pretty good villain too. Oh, that's right, he was thrown away for Kaguya and Black Zetsu. Sick. I mean, you know what, I've actually been inspired to make a video about the Bleach villains now, so thanks for the idea, Watchmojo, thanks a lot. Now we move on to part 4, the fight scenes. So basically this boils down to Naruto fights being decided by strategy, while Bleach fights are being decided by raw power. Which, that just isn't true, is it? It's just not Watchmojo, it's just not. And then they complain that fights in Bleach are often decided by how much spirit energy a character has. Well, of course it is. There needs to be some metrics so you have a basic idea who's stronger than who. Otherwise you end up with something like this. literally do say the words Deus Ex Machina to back up their arguments. Moving on. The final argument, argument 5, impact. Now, I wasn't really sure what this meant at first. I thought it might be like, you know, talking about the impact of emotional scenes and like death scenes and things. If you thought, no, that's not right. That's not right at all. What they mean by impact is basically the sales numbers. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm just done. Like, apparently Naruto is better because it has more sales. I mean, what kind of argument is that? So I guess Naruto must be better than all these series too. It's just not. It's just not. So anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I just want to say I'm not making this video as a hate on Naruto or anything. You know, it's a very popular series, has a lot of fans. You know, I'm a fan. I just had to debunk the utter trash arguments that they were making that Watchmojo made in this video. I don't have any problem with someone saying Naruto is better than Bleach. If they can make a good argument, same with saying Bleach is better than Naruto. Give a good argument, it's fine. But this was just ridiculous. And you know, please don't go and spam hate on Watchmojo's videos. I mean, I'm sure they don't care, but there's just no need for it. Yeah, drop me a like if you enjoyed the video. Maybe consider subscribing too. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and see you next time.
Whatごちそうさまでした。18年国パンチ。俺負けた。まだまだ。フライングフォーク。吹っ飛べ。何パンチ。高ぶってきた。行くぜ。終わった。行くぞ。行くぜ。俺負けた。やるね。てめっ。フライングレッグナイフ。いただきます。ごちそうさまでした。てめっ。やっおー。行くぜ。やるね。フライングレッグナンバー。フォーク。フライングレッグナイフ。フライングフォーク。フライング やるね。18年36年国パンチテックフォーケーフライングレッグナイフやっとフライングレッグナイフフライングレッグナイフフライングレッグナイフ誰よりも勝ち方を知ってるやつは誰よりも失敗を経験した。
No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!